Hi and welcome. This technique might seem like, well, I'm already watching the ball, but I find a lot of athletes do see the ball, but they're not focused in on it. So I'm inviting you to try out this technique in practice, and hopefully you can do it daily and remind yourself of doing that. And it works in a way where you use the label see. You can say it out loud or in your mind. If you're working with the coach, you can even tell your coach, hey, can you remind me through practice to really watch the ball? And by saying the label out loud, like see, your coach can track if you actually watching the ball, if you lost in thought and not doing the technique anymore. But you're gonna say see the label as your opponent makes contact with the ball, and then you'll track the ball till you make contact with the ball. And then you just repeat. See, tracking the ball, and repeat. And you might find yourself getting into the zone with doing this technique. And you might get lost in thought, then you just kindly redirect your attention back to the technique because it happens to everybody. And the longer you practice this, the longer you'll be able to hold attention on the technique and stay in the zone. So we're practicing equanimity with bringing our attention back to the technique, and that also practices our concentration because we always coming back to the technique. And then also sensory clarity because we're focusing on the see. We might get lost in thought, right? It might be hearing, we hear something else and that grabs our attention, or we feel something that might come, emotions might come up, or we're getting tired. But we're focusing on see, so we're practicing our sensory clarity and our concentration by bringing our attention back to what we want to focus on. We want to focus on the ball. And then equanimity means that we're having some sort of coolness and we're okay with whatever is happening. So we're okay that we got lost in thought, we acknowledge that, and we bring our attention back to the technique. I'm inviting you to practice it as often as you can to really see the greatest benefits out of this technique. You might notice it right away when you're playing your sport. And yes, I'm excited for you to try this out and enjoy and have fun with it.